Once you've got the Africa bug inside you, I feel that it's very hard to let go. The Akamba Aid Fund is a registered charity set up with 5 local trustees in Somerset back in 1999 to help the Akamba tribe in Kenya. The Akamba tribe are probably the 3rd largest tribe in Kenya, and because they're big but not the biggest, they never get political power. So they're rather a poor area of the country in northeastern Kenya. The water supplies there were very poor, and we were previously linked with a charity called Wishing for a Well, who were organising water for the area, and we've expanded and become a registered charity. Unfortunately, being a small charity, we're limited by our resources. But having said that, we've managed to put in a collection of different wells, different types of wells and dams to help provide clean water for some of the more rural and very rural areas. We've got involved with education locally, helping to build classrooms and schools for, again, the local population. They're normal schools. They could build a mud and stick classrooms with thatched roofs, and we're able to provide them with proper brick buildings with roofs and water collection systems, so to try and just improve their general well-being. We have built toilets at the schools to improve their hygiene. It doesn't sound much, but it's incredibly important for the children's education and general welfare. As regards the medical centre, where I work as the doctor there, we've been able to provide them with electricity and water into the clinic, so that trying to deliver a baby under a torchlight with fading batteries is almost impossible, but now they've got proper power. We previously provided them with solar panels to try and help. The clinic is now being expanded. We've built an extension to it as an eye clinic to offer eye services to the community, as the nearest eye hospital is 250 kilometres away.
Okay, do we have anybody who just needs glasses for reading?
So overall our strategy has been to improve water, education and health, and I think we've achieved a great deal. But having said that, when you look at the situation, 2 brick classrooms when there are 10 classrooms in a school, it doesn't seem very far, but without it they wouldn't have moved forward at all. So yes, we made great advances, but we're coming from a point a long way back, and we'll continue to work hard to improve it as best we can. From a personal point of view, I think it's our involvement with what we call the special needs school. This started about 7 years ago when my daughter and I were over in Kenya at the clinic. My daughter's a physiotherapist, and they brought a young lady in to see us who had a form of cerebral palsy, who was paralysed in her hands and really couldn't use them, but did everything with her feet. She was able to feed herself, write, do sums, with using her feet, and she was an incredibly strong-willed young lady, and all she wanted to do was go to school and hadn't been able to. And the disabled of any form in Kenya have a very bad time. They tend to be abandoned back on the shamba when everybody else goes to school, or onto the farm to try and produce what crops they can, and they get abandoned. And she highlighted a whole underlying problem. My daughter and I worked at her to try and get her as physically fit as we can. We then made arrangements with a school that had a special unit at the time involving 10 children, these children all actually slept on the floor of the classrooms when all the other children went home. And so although we'd got her into the school, we'd realised we'd actually created another problem. This poor girl who was wheelchair bound was having to sleep on the floor and be manhandled back into a wheelchair. And we realised that what the school needed was a boarding house. So my daughter and I set out a challenge on ourselves to raise money to build a boarding house, and we climbed Mount Kenya and we raised £10,000, which was used to build the boarding house for Rose and her other school colleagues. This is now expanded into, we now have 3 boarding houses there. They have 120 children. It's become a specialised unit for the area. There isn't a special school within 100 kilometres. And we have blind children there. We have all sorts of disabled, physical and mental. But we've set up an establishment, an education establishment, which I think will last the test of time. And whenever we go there, it's a very emotional time. Rose, bless her, is now coming up to her final year at school.
And good luck with all those doing their exams. Thank you.
And we're looking to see for secondary education for her, and we need to go forward and provide her with a special computer that she can operate with her feet, so she can hopefully make her way in the world.